Woody and Buzz. These toys represent one of the most iconic evolutions in animated partnerships, starting as rivals and growing into a brotherhood that defines the Toy Story universe. Woody, the loyal, cautious, and slightly jealous cowboy, clashes with Buzz, the flashy, confident, and oblivious space ranger. Their initial rivalry is full of tension, comedy, and ego, but as the story unfolds, they learn from each other's strengths and weaknesses. Woody gains humility, adaptability, and leadership, while Buzz discovers self-awareness, teamwork, and purpose beyond his own identity. Through adventures, separations, and the constant threat of being replaced, they form a bond built on trust, loyalty, and courage. Their friendship is the emotional anchor of the series, showing audiences that rivalry can transform into genuine connection, that differences can strengthen relationships, and that the heart of storytelling often lies in the power of a perfect duo working together against all odds. Shrek and Donkey. Shrek and Donkey aren't just a funny pair, they're the ultimate contrast forged into cinematic perfection. Shrek, a grumpy, misanthropic ogre, wants solitude and peace, yet every step he takes is disrupted by Donkey. A hyperactive, endlessly optimistic, and hilariously talkative companion. Their friendship begins as pure chaos, with Shrek constantly annoyed and Donkey constantly cheerful. But what makes them legendary is how their differences create growth. Donkey teaches Shrek that connection is worth the risk, that friendship is messy and loud, yet capable of changing hearts. Shrek, in turn, shows Donkey that loyalty and courage matter, that bravery is sometimes quiet, and that true bonds come from mutual respect. Together they survive dragons, fairy tale villains, and societal expectations, proving that even the most unlikely pairs can become icons of friendship, humor, and emotional depth in animation. Their banter, their conflicts, and their heartfelt moments make them one of the greatest duos ever. Mike and Sully. This partnership is the ultimate blend of brains and heart, chaos and order, comedy and courage. Mike, the tiny green monster with ambition, wit, and endless plans, is the perfect foil to Sully, the towering blue powerhouse whose instincts, heart, and natural skill lead the way. On paper, they're mismatched, but the movie shows how their differences complement each other perfectly. When Boo enters their world, their dynamic shifts from corporate coworkers to protective guardians, and the stakes become emotional as well as comedic. Mike's intelligence saves them, Sully's compassion drives them, and together they navigate danger, responsibility, and unexpected parenthood. Their bond evolves from friendship to unspoken brotherhood, teaching viewers about trust, loyalty, and facing challenges with a partner who has your back. Mike and Sully aren't just a duo, they're a masterclass in chemistry, timing, and emotional storytelling that elevates every scene they share. McQueen and Mater. These cars are the embodiment of unlikely friendship, proving that connection isn't about similarity but authenticity. McQueen, a fast, ambitious, and egotistical racer, meets Mater, a rusty, cheerful tow truck with no pretenses but immense loyalty. Mater sees McQueen for who he is underneath the fame, ego, and pressure, offering companionship that transcends status or ability. Through Radiator Springs, McQueen learns humility, patience, and the value of slowing down to see what matters. Mater, in turn, benefits from McQueen's determination and growth, becoming more confident and courageous. Their adventures, filled with racing, pranks, and misadventures, forge an emotional core that resonates beyond the laughs. Together, they showcase how friendship transforms individuals, how loyalty and heart outweigh trophies, and how a duo with contrasting personalities can become unforgettable, teaching audiences lessons about life, humility, and love in motion. Marlin and Dory. Marlin and Dory form one of the most emotionally rich duos in animation, combining fear, courage, and persistence into a journey across the ocean. Marlin, overprotective and anxious, is obsessed with keeping his son alive, while Dory, carefree and forgetful, embodies optimism, spontaneity, and unwavering kindness. Their differences clash and complement, pushing Marlin out of his comfort zone and forcing Dory to confront limitations. Together, they navigate sharks, currents, and the vast unknown of the ocean, forming a bond built on trust, patience, and friendship. Dory's forgetfulness creates comedy but also teaches Marlin to let go, embrace adventure, and understand the value of companionship. Their journey is more than a rescue mission. It's a life lesson about courage, empathy, and the power of partnership under pressure, solidifying them as one of the most iconic duos in animation history. Hero and Baymax. Hero and Baymax form one of the most emotionally compelling duos in modern animation, blending grief, growth, and heroism into a heartfelt journey. Hero, a brilliant young inventor, is devastated by the sudden loss of his brother Tadashi, and he carries guilt, anger, and a thirst for answers. Baymax, a gentle healthcare robot built by Tadashi, becomes Hero's guide, protector, and emotional anchor. Their partnership evolves from caregiver and patient to equal teammates, as Baymax's compassion teaches Hero patience, empathy, and selflessness, while Hero's ingenuity pushes Baymax to act beyond his programming. Together, they navigate a world of villains, danger, and technological wonders, learning that true heroism is not just about defeating enemies, but about healing, protecting, and caring for others. Hero and Baymax aren't just a boy and his robot. They're the embodiment of hope, loyalty, and the power of partnership. Miguel and Hector. Miguel and Hector's partnership is rooted in discovery, trust, and legacy. Miguel, a young musician desperate to follow his dreams, meets Hector, a trickster ghost desperate to reclaim his memory and reputation. At first, they use each other for personal gain. Miguel needs guidance, Hector needs recognition, but through shared trials, they become an inseparable duo. Hector teaches Miguel about the importance of family, heritage, and remembering those who came before, while Miguel reignites Hector's hope and shows him that his life mattered. Together, they navigate the land of the dead, confront adversaries, and solve the mystery that binds them to their families. Their bond transforms both characters, blending humor, emotion, and cultural depth into a narrative that's as touching as it is visually breathtaking. Miguel and Hector prove that duos built on trust, growth, and understanding can become timeless. Ralph and Vanellope. Ralph and Vanellope are a duo built on misfits finding their place in the world. Ralph, a giant with a heart bigger than his reputation as a villain, longs for recognition, while Vanellope, a glitchy racing princess, craves acceptance and freedom. Their paths collide in Sugar Rush, and what begins as a reluctant partnership blossoms into a friendship that's both hilarious and heartfelt. Ralph helps Vanellope navigate the rules of her world, confronting villains, challenges, and self-doubt, while Vanellope teaches Ralph that being true to yourself is more important than fame or approval. They balance each other perfectly. Ralph's strength with Vanellope's wit, his caution with her daring. Together they confront corruption, celebrate victories, and grow emotionally in ways they could never achieve alone. Their bond is messy, joyous, and inspiring, showing that the greatest duos come from understanding, acceptance, and shared courage.